What's up, everybody? I'm back with a new trailer to react to. And it's HBO's news show, Lanterns. The Green Lantern TV show, the buddy cop show that people been waiting for. And there's been already some issues. And don't get me started with the whole Paramount DC, situation, as well as like James Gunn's sticky situation in any, like, is, I won't say it's up in the air, but it's just like his tenure as head of the whole DC universe is on shaky ground right now, even shakier because of this quote unquote merger kind of deal. Who knows? I haven't really done too much of a deep dive into that. All I know is it's not really looking that good for him or how the DC slate has been going forward since James Gunn's takeover. But we'll see what's going on with this trailer. Just watching it on its own, see what it is. But like the video, leave a comment below. Follow me on my Twitch and YouTube channel, Talkative Carl, for more reviews, reaction videos, as well as me streaming games on the channel. So, without further ado, let's check out Lanterns.
With all due respect, we've been training for what, 2 months? And I haven't even worn the ring yet.
Don't get hung up on the jewelry, Junior. You're just a fucking substitute teacher. You're not ready to get up in front of the class until the ring says you are. All right.
I could have died.
You want me to train you? I'm training you. Something is off here. I can feel it.
This is my town. You're a big shot. Noted. But stay the fuck out of my way.
Think she hates your guts.
It's the way she hates them.
This is a stupid plan.
Not that stupid.
That I don't doubt. The Green Lantern's oath is to protect people. And we both know I do a better job of this than you.
This is my job. As long as I'm alive, that ain't changing. So take a deep breath, Junior.
You're old. You're tired. And your time is up.
I don't understand. Who are you exactly?
Hal Jordan, Green Lantern.
Have you ever talked with the other Lanterns?
I'm the only human. They're aliens. One of them's a fucking squirrel.
Yeah. What was it? There was a scene. Showed off the costume. There we go.
The Green Lantern.
That is a lot of people's, especially Green Lantern fans, because there are a lot of Green Lantern fans. Because I love Hal Jordan. Hal Jordan, like, depending on my day, like, it's between Hal Jordan and Kyle Rayner in terms of my favorite Green Lantern. But I have so much respect for Hal Jordan. So, in my personal opinion, they had to make, I wanted to get him right because he been done dirty for a good minute. Maybe less so in recent comics, but you know, there wasn't much like love when it comes to, or at least respect when it comes to Hal Jordan outside of maybe the comics. But his suit, a lot of people, it's like, okay, y'all been kind of piping this up, and now we got the official trailer or teaser or whatever, and this is, people call it Dime Store Green Lantern costume or Temu Green Lantern costume. I thought we did away with this like muted color costumes. It's like you are not supposed to be as somebody like James Gunn, who made sure that Superman's costume and Supergirl's costume are bright colors, vibrant colors. What's up with the muted Green Lantern costume? Somebody did like a, like, I don't know, it was AI or something like that, adjusting and hyped up the green, and it looks so much better. I have to admit it, it looks way better. I'm not hating on the design of the costume. It's just like the muted color scheme. I'm not sure if they was going for like worn out, because obviously he's been at this for quite some time. Because if you seen the Superman movie, metahumans existed for like a good couple of 100 years, and modern times people just pretty much gotten used to it. So obviously at some point, maybe in the 90s, get into the early 2000s, how Jordan first came on the scene, this was his costume, and now he's training John Stewart, and his comment about like he's the only human Green Lantern, and it's like, okay, who's in charge of continuity? Because it isn't really just DC, with at least not with this, with the like the Star Wars Acolyte, at least quite a few of the Star Wars shows, it's like not respecting any kind of source material or history. Then with Starfleet Academy, not respecting source material or history. It's like, who's honoring what came before, so it can at least align somewhere that people won't like it. You wouldn't be falling into these pitfalls. It's kind of like crazy, right? It's just like it's the costume with the muted colors and the stupid line that somebody thought it was okay. James Gunn's supposed to be overseeing all this. He's supposed to be the Kevin Feige, and like there's no, he shouldn't be letting things like this slip through the cracks. But even without the whole James Gunn of it all, whoever's the showrunner of this should be very like cautious. Somebody in the writers' room should be very cautious about this type of stuff. Why is it you have like a line like that when everybody pretty much saw the Superman movie? Everybody's seen Guy Gardner Green Lantern. He was fairly well received. So why would you have like a line like that? You know, it's like it shows. It's not like a make it or break it thing. It's just something there's a glaring problem you can't help but pick up. And yes, you know, people are judging. You're putting out a trailer that is meant to be judged one way or the other. So don't get all pissy because somebody pointing out something that's an obvious issue. Not a ruin the entire show issue, but it just shows a red flag that, okay, how much will you be honoring continuity, let alone the history of Green Lantern and the lore behind them, if you have these basic things that you're, you know, following up. But beyond that, I do like the actors that they chose. I'm glad it, some people, when they announced who's going to play Jon Stewart, people kind of wanted like a bald guy, kind of like something like, I don't know, like Tyrese or something like that, like because they wanted to match up with the Justice League animated series, which I'm not faulting for that. Maybe he'll grow into the baldness, but I'm not hating it, and I do like the whole buddy cop thing. So yeah, and see how much what we'll get from this depiction of Hal Jordan, considering that the only time we actually had like a live action Hal Jordan was in the Ryan Reynolds film, which even he hated, to this day he hates it with a passion, probably more so than anybody else, which is long after people just gotten over it. But they have to make sure they get Hal Jordan correct. That means, in my opinion, he has to be respected. Like, none of this, talking down to him. Like, I don't want none of that same old shtick you see in most things, like, like they did with, like, Luke Skywalker. I was like, no, this dude is a respectable hero. A lot of people grew up with Hal Jordan. He's like the best of the Green Lanterns. So, and I hope they don't rush into the whole parallax thing by the end of this. They gotta really work up to that, because there is a critical moment in DC continuity, which has a lot of moving parts that cannot be rushed or half-assed. It's kind of, the parallax arc is not too dissimilar to the Dark Phoenix saga in Marvel. And you know how many times they screwed up the Dark Phoenix saga? I don't want the whole parallax thing to end up like that, because that is a big deal. I've reviewed the story in the arc with the whole Hal Jordan parallax thing in my comic book review, and the leading up to the Kyle Rayner origin story up on my YouTube channel, so you can look through my reviews, so you can get like a summary of that story, because it's actually a really good story. They cannot foul this up. I mean, besides my couple of issues, I am intrigued on what they'll do, but I do not. I understand it's a TV budget, but they should have more than enough budget to make the whole constructs things. Don't give us one or two constructs per episode. Okay, that's like, I want to see some stuff. I know there's limited on budget, but we need, like, because the one thing like I really like about each version of the Green Lantern is because, given what they choose to do for occupation or their personality traits, it telegraphs how they make their constructs. Like, Jon Stewart is an architect, so his stuff comes out like blueprints. I'm probably asking for too much. It's probably not going to be like that. They probably not thinking too deep like that, which anybody behind the scenes whose job it is to know this stuff should be more than aware of that kind of thing. Like with Kyle Rayner, he's a graphic artist, so his stuff is a lot, very, very much like an anime style type of art. Very detailed, like you would see in comics or in anime. Like how Jordan is like a pilot. I won't say he's a blunt instrument, but he makes like boxing gloves and shoes and planes and that kind of stuff I expected from him. Like Guy Garner, his stuff comes across kind of crude because he's kind of crude. Yeah, because I like the way he just kind of like used like a middle finger construct to flip over tanks. I like that part. That's like, yeah, that's very Guy Garner. The slight little nitpick I have about that, because Guy Garner, he has so much willpower, his ring kind of sparks. We didn't get that, because that'll be a nice little detail to throw in there for like the Guy Garner Green Lantern fans. But it's not like a big deal, but it's something that I always remembered about Guy Garner. And each of these kind of Green Lanterns that have their own unique style of making constructs based on their personality or occupations. Anyway, yeah, I still want to check this out, because I don't think it'll be terrible. But so far, let me put my ring back, because I got, I think like I got myself for a birthday present a couple of years back. The like got all these. Always wanted these, but like I treated myself. I make videos of this, like saying each of the oaths. I don't think I got the orange oath correct. So, somebody had to let me know, like, because I couldn't find it, but somebody let me know about the avarice oath on my YouTube channel. But I really like this. It's one of my favorite little possessions, are the lantern rings. So I always keep it on my desk, just in case I ever need to like pull out my Green Lantern ring. Definitely gonna wear that when I make a review of the first season. But anyway, I'm curious to know what you guys think. I hope this does well. I don't expect Penguin level of craftsmanship in terms of dialogue and cinematography and all this stuff. I think the cinematography, the bits and pieces I'm seeing here, looks pretty good. But I don't expect that level of quality like the Penguin, but it should be getting fairly close. I want like some good dialogue. And as a matter of fact, the guy who they cast as Hal Jordan, ironically, I am going to be doing a review of The Wolf of Wall Street, where he plays the FBI agent that arrests Jordan Belfort. So I just want to say that now, because it's kind of coincidental that the movie I'm going to be reviewing, he's actually in it. Completely like a coincidental thing. That is crazy. But anyway, look forward to that. I'll be getting right into that review as soon as I end this video. But leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys think of the Lantern show, what you see so far. Are you hyped for it? Is there certain things that you're a little like cautious or concerned with? I'm curious to know your opinions. I'll see y'all soon. Take care.